What's up, guys, and welcome to the Road to a Million Challenge, where I'm going to take a bank account with $0 in it, and without ever adding any of my own money, I'm going to turn it into $1 million in less than 6 months. If you're already following me on TikTok, you may have already seen me post a few episodes. If you're not following me on TikTok, please go over there and follow me at the Timepiece Gentleman, where you're going to get to see all the individual lessons by themselves as I post them. I also post little excerpts on Anthony, so if you're not following me there, go follow me on my personal Instagram account at Anthony. That's also where I'm going to be posting the inventory that I'm selling. So the challenge, I'm taking $0, I'm turning it into $1 million without ever using my own money. And another step of it, I'm never going to take inventory away into my possession until it's actually sold and paid for. What spawned the idea of this challenge was I wanted to show people what's possible once you've spent some time putting in some work, building a reputation, building a retail base, building a wholesale base, saving some money, that kind of stuff. As I've been posting these videos, I'm seeing a lot of the same comments of, well, you have a reputation, you have a social media following, you've got all this stuff that you've built up. So doing what you're doing is not possible for an average Joe like the people leaving those comments. And the fact is you're 100% right. It's not possible for someone with no money, no skill set in this industry, no wholesale connections, no retail outlets to go out and make $1 million in such a short amount of time. I'm not talking to the people that just want me to show you how to get rich with no work or no money involved. There is plenty of get rich quick schemes out there that'll do just that. They'll keep you poor, they'll get rich, and you won't learn anything anyway. That's not what I'm teaching, and that's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to hustlers that want to take a passion and turn it into a career like I did. Maybe change industries, maybe learn something new about a new industry, and it's meant to provide some content, and it's free for you guys. So I do want you to enjoy it. The rules are simple. I'm gonna walk into stores, I'm going to take pictures of inventory. I'm going to post that inventory. I'm going to try to sell it. Once I get a sold order, I'm going to negotiate with the dealer. I'm going to get them paid with the client's money, and I'm going to peel my profit off, and I'm just going to slowly keep adding it to my bank account and see how fast I can grow it. So guys, I want you to enjoy this video, and then I have a lesson at the end for this, and I'm going to post these videos every week so that you can follow along on my journey to $1 million. So here we go. All right, guys, today I'm going to show you how to take $0 and turn it into $1 million in less than a year. You may have already been following me on my Road to a Million challenge, where I started with $2,500 and I was flipping one watch at a time to build that ultimately into $1 million. Now, the only problem with that is I don't live right here next to the Diamond District or the Jewelry District, and I run a full-time business, so it actually takes a lot of time out of my day to commute down here, take the time to find the watch, get the sell, and do all that. It's just not practical. Plus, I've had a lot of people that have commented on, you know, try to do this without experience, try to do this without connections, and that's just not where I'm at. I have too many connections. I've been doing it too long, so I'm gonna change the challenge up. I'm still gonna get to $1 million, but this time I'm gonna start with zero, and I'm not gonna use any of my own money. I'm gonna use what I'm best at, and that's leverage and connections. And the whole point of this challenge is to show you what is possible once you spend some time building that retail connection, building up your wholesale network, and to show you you don't actually need any money when you know what you're doing and you have a skill set and you have connections. So guys, follow along. In the next episode, I'm gonna show you how to start at zero and make your first $1,000.
Nice to see you. Boom.
We're gonna do some deals on some terms.
So it's got the yellow markers and the rare red dial. No papers, but it's in-house warranty. I could probably do for you 2,600.
What's the specs on the sub?
This one is box and papers, 2022. This one I gotta do like 15.
15 is not bad. Set that aside. I'm gonna try to do 3 watches for me today. I'm thinking the Schumacher, possibly the sub, and then one more piece. Whatever I do 2 days terms, I pay in 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the factory diamond bezel with papers, and then I got the wood dial.
That one's sick. That one I'll do another day. So how much is that? That's actually gorgeous.
This is the 100 years anniversary. They only made it one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Pull out the watches I've got. Let's make a deal on these 3.
26.
We're at 22.6. Can you do 22 even with 48 hours to pay?
Sure.
All right. That's all. 3 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon.
Perfect.
Done. All right, so there we go. Bought our first ones, 22,000 out. Well, nothing yet, but 22,000 commitment. I got 2 days to sell them. Let's see how much I can bring in without having to come out of pocket. All right, posted. We've got roughly 47 hours to sell these 3 watches before I have to pay for them. All right, guys, today I'm gonna show you how to take $0 and turn it into $1 million in less than a year. I'm gonna try to do 3 watches from you today. I'm thinking the Schumacher, possibly the Sub, and then one more piece.
This is the 100 years anniversary. They only made it one time.
Pull out the watches I've got. Let's make a deal on these 3. Can you do 22 even with 48 hours to pay? That's all. 3 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Let's see how much I can bring in without having to come out of pocket. What's up, dude?
Hey, my guy, what's good?
Not much, man. Did you like the Sub I sent you?
Yes.
I know you've been wanting one.
I've been wanting one. You found it quick. What's the best price you can do on that?
2022, brand new. I'm selling them for $15.5 in less than an hour every day. So $15.5.
Bro, you know I always come to you. Let me get 15.3 at least.
That's fine. I'll do 15.3. That's
All
pretty.
right, you know,
It's a pretty easy negotiation.
I'm getting my bro one in June, so you gotta work with me.
Okay. How are you gonna pay for the Sub? Wire or credit card?
Bro, I'd rather do the credit card. I want points. You take Amex?
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna mark that sold at 15.3. And here, I'll text you in just a second, okay?
Okay, bro, I'm ready. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Number one, our first watch sold 15.3, ended at 14.8, so there's a $500 profit on that one. Got 2 more to go. All right, just got back from taking my friend Dylan to the airport, and on the way back, I got a phone call. I posted this on Trevor's Instagram yesterday, and I've already gotten paid for the Omega Schumacher that you guys saw. So in that watch at 2,400, out at 2,800, there's another $400 profit. I got 1 more watch to go, and we're going, it's 12:50, so we're going on about 15 hours left. All right, 3 hours left. It's almost noon on Thursday to finish this challenge, and I have finished. I had 2 watches down. I've been working on the last one, the Cartier, overnight. I had it listed at $6,000. My cost was $4,800, and I closed the deal this morning with the guy for $5,200, bringing in another $400 profit, taking my total up to, all 3 watches have been paid for, to $23,300. I'm headed to the bank now to grab a cashier's check, and I'm gonna go pay for these. And I'm gonna tell you another secret about this challenge that I'm gonna add, I think you guys are gonna like. All right, so the Omega, my cost was $2,400. The Sub was $14,800. And the Cartier was $48,000. I have $23,300 in the account. I'm about to wire them for the balance of the watches. So we've got $2,400 plus $14,800 plus $4,800 minus $23,300. $1,300 profit in less than 48 hours, guys. So that right there is using leverage. Now I wanted to tell you, I'm here to pick up these watches. It is Thursday. I got an hour left to the end of the challenge. I actually haven't even left here with these watches. So for you guys out there saying that no one's gonna let a nobody walk out with all these watches, that's gonna bring me to the next step of the challenge. Not only am I gonna not use any of my own money, I'm also not gonna leave with a simple watch, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that in the next video. All right, guys, so we are back with episode 3, and now I'm gonna show you going forward how to start making money without using any money and without even ever leaving with the inventory. I don't leave with the watch, but I wait till I find a buyer, I get a deposit, I get a payment in full, I come back and pay them, and I keep my profit. So here we go. All right, so what's my price on this one?
18.
All right, so we just left Eric's shop. It's like 12 watches that I took pictures, videos. I have my cost. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post them all on Instagram. Whenever I get a sold order, I'm gonna have the guy wire me in full. Then I'm gonna go bring a cashier check, whatever. And just to show you guys a timeline of this, because I wanna try to do this every day or two to show you how fast I can make money, how much I can make in 1 day, 2 days, whatever. So here we go. Thursday, February 29th. It's almost 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna give it maybe another 48 hours, and then we're gonna have another video and see how much I've made. Yo.
I got a few people blowing me up on those moon watches you just put up, just watches, sorry.
Oh, yeah?
Wants to secure that mission to Mars one already.
It's 500 plus shipping, so we're not gonna include shipping in that.
Cool.
Cool, all right, buddy. What's up, buddy? You got the invoice?
Yes, I do.
It's for the Zenith, the 2-tone Zenith Daytona at 16,000.
Correct.
Awesome.
Well, I was going to ask you one more thing.
Yes.
If I give you my son's wrist size, do you think you can size his watch for him? The watch for him?
Of course.
Okay. And you will send the extra links, right?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy. Take care. I'm just calling to confirm the Mickey Mouse date just at $39.50. I already got your $1,000 Venmo from Darby, and I'm going to send you an invoice right now.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Cool. It'll be shipped Monday for Tuesday morning delivery.
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Appreciate it.
All right, that's 2 watches already sold since last night. And just so you guys can follow, it is Friday, 10:15 in the morning. So we just sold the Mickey Mouse Datejust for $39.50. As of right now, my cost is $36.50. I'm gonna call my guy, offer him $3,500 out the door. I also sold the 2-tone Zenith Daytona for $16,000. My cost on that one's $15,000. So for negotiation purposes, it's easy thousand. I'm not gonna negotiate on that one. I'm gonna see if I can get to 500 profit on the Mickey Mouse. Hey, I'll take the Zenith Daytona at 15. Can you do 3,500 even on the Mickey Mouse? You quoted me 36.50, so just knock off 150 bucks if you can. Cool. I'll send you wires. Once they pay me, I'll pay you guys, and then I'll come pick up the watches this afternoon.
All right, buddy.
Later, dude. Bye. Awesome. So I did 3,500 even on that one, which brings me to $1,450 by 10:15 this morning. Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
So that little Datejust 36, it's a watch only aftermarket dial, aftermarket diamond bezel, 36 millimeter stainless steel for $5,000. If you sell me,
Okay.
I can ship it out tomorrow. I can ship it out. You'll have it Monday morning. Cool?
Yeah, that should work.
I'll go pick up the watch tomorrow morning when I'm down in that area, and I'll get it out. You'll have it Monday morning.
Sounds like a plan. Appreciate it, bro.
Cool. Starting off episode 4 with another sell in the books. I just sold this Datejust that I had posted. Cost on that one, 42. Hang on. Let's see if we can get it down to 4 even. I just sold it for 5,000. I'm trying to make a quick 1,000. What up? Can you do 4,000 on that Datejust?
Yeah, fucking run it for.
3 watches, 22.5. So you guys can stay in tune with days. It is Saturday, February 11th. Just now paying for and picking up the Zenith Daytona. That was a $1,000 profit. The Mickey Mouse Datejust, we got the price down to $3,500, so there was a $450 profit. This Datejust that I sold yesterday, 4,000, so $1,000 profit on that piece. So now I'm gonna pay him $22.5, leaves me with $3,750 in 4 days, guys. One thing I will tell you to keep in mind, this is just my side gig. I'm doing this for content to show you what's possible. I'm not doing this all day long, every day, but I've made almost $4,000 in 4 days, taking a bunch of pictures and reposting them and then coming and paying for a watch. We're gonna wrap this up. I got one more lesson for you on this video.
Wish you were doing it every day. You would leave me with no inventory, bro.
Oh, but if I was doing this every day, I mean, actually, we'll talk about that. This is what I did do in the very beginning. Everyone's out there talking about, well, go do this without any contacts, without any money, without any connections. Where the hell do you think I started, guys? I started with $1,300, and this is what I did every day. I took my phone, my camera, and my little light box, and I would come meet guys like this and say, hey, do you mind if I take a picture of all of your inventory, write down the prices you want to make on them, anything I'll sell them for over that, I'll keep. And I would sell a watch, he would take care of it, and I'd come pick up my $100, my $200. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And you know, it's entertaining content, but there's a little bit of a learning aspect to it. And like I said, at the end of each of these videos, I'm gonna give you a lesson. And the lesson for today goes back to the beginning, talking about, you know, I have this network of buyers. I have this network of dealers that want to sell. So the first thing you can do is get out there and get around a jewelry district. Go meet all of the local watchmakers, the watch dealers, the jewelers in your area, and introduce yourself. Whenever I first started in this business, the first thing I did, I had no money and no network. I took my camera. There was 2 things I was really good at. I was really good at taking photos and videos and social media. And by the way, I learned social media by buying a course. The best place you can start is an app called Udemy, UDEMY. You can go on there and you can buy courses for $10 to $20 that teach you everything about Instagram, everything about YouTube, everything about TikTok, everything about LinkedIn, Snapchat, whichever social media platform it is, there is a course on there. And I have bought dozens and dozens and dozens of courses over the years on specific topics that I want to learn. That's the first thing. Go buy a course about the social media platform that you want to tackle first and learn everything you can about it and get to posting. Get started. Do not delay thinking everything has to be perfect. Just start posting. That's going to start the momentum for things to get better and better and better and better. And guess what, guys? You're going to suck at the very beginning. I've done a lot of videos that sucked, but I've also done a lot of videos that have done very well. It just takes time and practice, persistence, and patience. So that's the first lesson, is go buy a course on the social media platform that you want to master and start doing everything it says and start building that account up. The second thing is where you get inventory. Well, like I said, when I first started, I would take my camera and my light box after meeting a watch dealer and saying, hey, I don't want any of your inventory and I don't have a lot of money, but I'm very, very good on social media and I'm good at putting stuff out there. Is there a time that would be convenient for you, for me to come in and spend, say, 30 minutes to an hour and just take pictures of all of your inventory, and you give me the prices that you want, give me a list of the specs, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to find a buyer for those. And then when I find a buyer, and what I did in the very beginning was, obviously, you're a nobody in this industry. Why would anybody trust you? They're not going to. You can't try to push a sell on someone when you have no, references or something where people can look you up. So what I did was I would go take pictures of all this inventory. I would post it on every social media platform that I could find, every sales platform. And I would answer through hundreds and hundreds of messages until finally one day somebody called. He's like, I like that watch. I've been looking for that. I want that. Can I meet you somewhere and look at it and let's get to a deal? You know what I would do is I would send them right back to the dealer that owned that watch. And I would call that dealer and say, hey, I have Joe coming into your store. If you'll give me a time, I can set up an appointment. He's going to come in there, and this is the price I quoted him, which was, a couple $100 or $300 over the price you gave me. I'm going to send you that client, and if you can close that deal, just break me off something. Now, it's great to make $100. It's great to make $200. But you know what? In the beginning, I was doing it for free because what I wanted to do, obviously you want to make money, but you got to build rapport. Making $100 versus building rapport with the dealer is not more beneficial. So I would send guys to jewelers all the time, and I would sell 1 watch, 2 watch, 3 watches, 4 watches, 5 watches, not taking a single profit. And eventually one day comes where you've sent 3 or 4 customers to this dealer, and now they trust you. Now they're like, hey, now they're calling you, hey, come in. You sold 5 watches this month of stuff that's just been sitting here before I met you. They're going to invite you in to take pictures of more stuff. And eventually you're going to get to a point where you've done enough deals with this guy. They're going to trust you to take that watch and leave and go do the deal on your own. And that's when you start making more money. And here's another secret, guys. You don't only have to do this with one. I'm from Dallas, Texas. And when I started doing this, I did this with every single watch dealer I could find. And it takes time. It takes, give yourself 3 months before you even get your first sell. In that meantime, I was posting every single day. I was reposting and reposting and reposting and building up that traction. And I was following other accounts that were dedicated to what I'm trying to sell. That's another big secret, is don't go follow a bunch of cooking pages and interact with cooking pages if you're trying to sell watches. Go follow every watch page you can find. Follow all of their followers. Follow the people that are following their post or that are liking their post because they're engaging. People will start to follow you back. And then if you're continuously posting every single day and you're posting good stuff and you're posting good prices, eventually someone's going to reach out and want to buy it. And there you have your first customer. A couple more rules when it comes to meeting dealers, guys. Don't go into someone's shop on Saturday afternoon when there's 5 or 6 clients in there because you're going to annoy them and piss them off. Go in there like on a Tuesday afternoon or a Wednesday at lunch or something. Introduce yourself, be polite, take a look at their inventory. Tell them, hey, this is my idea. This is what I would like to try to do. I'd like to try and sell some of your inventory with no risk to you. And if they say no, accept it and leave. There's gonna be some guys that don't want that. They don't wanna deal with it. That's understandable. But there is gonna be someone eventually that says, hey, you know what? What the hell? I've got nothing to lose. You're not leaving with my inventory. You're hopefully going to send me a client that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So why not? Let's try it out. That's your in. Here's the other thing I want you to do. I want you, when they give you all these prices, look them up. Get on Chrono24. Get on Google. Make sure those prices aren't absurd because, like, let's say this rose gold root beer. Right now, market value on this is $40,000 for pre-owned. If you walk into a store and they say, yeah, here, the price I want's $50,000, and you go post it for $50,000, people are instantly going to discredit you and just, say you're too greedy or you don't know the market or it's a scam or something. So do a little bit of research also. Make sure the prices make sense. That's it for this lesson, guys. Stay tuned for next week where I'm going to post, the next several lessons. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this every week and compile that week's TikTok videos into one video paired with a lesson at the end of the video. So guys, I hope you enjoy the road to $1 million, and I'll see you in the next episode.